What's up mga katropais? Welcome to Akad TV. Excited na ba kayo malagdagan yung financial skills? Today, we are going to explore another key topic sa engineer economics at ito ang annuity. Without further ado, let's get started. Ano nga ba ang annuity? By definition, it is a series of equal payments made at equal intervals of time. Ang annuity ay isang paraan ng pagbabayad o pagtanggap ng pantay-pantay na halaga ng pera sa regular na oras. May mga ilang sitwasyon kung saan nangyayari ang annuity. Ano-ano nga ba ang mga ito? Una, payment of debt by a series of equal payments at equal intervals of time, kagaya na lamang ng installment o paghuhulog mo sa binili mong phone. Second, accumulation of a certain amount by setting equal amounts periodically, like pag-iipon mo regularly hanggang sa ma-achieve mo ang iyong desired amount. Third, substitution of a series of equal amounts periodically in lieu of a lump sum at retirement of an individual. So, sa retirement plan, instead of isang malaking halaga ng pera ang iyong matatanggap, maaari mo itong hatiin ng pantay-pantay na matatanggap mo at equal intervals of time. Ngayon naman ay magpo-proceed tayo sa different types of annuity. First is we have ordinary annuity na sinundan ng deferred annuity. Third is annuity due. And lastly is perpetuity. So yung mga diagram na nakikita niyo sa baba, ang tawag dyan ay cash flow diagram. Ngayon naman ay isa-isahin natin ang different types of annuity. First is we have ordinary annuity. So, sa ordinary annuity, payments are made at the end of each period. So, ang keyword natin ay end. So, may mga formula for ordinary annuity. First, for finding P given A, ang formula ay P equals A times the quantity 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 all over I times the quantity 1 plus I raised to N. So, sa finding A naman, given P, ang formula ay A equals P times the quantity I all over 1 minus the quantity 1 plus I raised to negative N. So, nakuha yung formula na to sa baba by dividing both sides dito sa bracket and by manipulating and simplifying, ito yung makukuhang formula. Third naman is finding F given A. So, F is equal to A times the quantity 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 all over I. And ang A naman natin ay equal siya sa F times the quantity I all over 1 plus I raised to N minus 1. So, next naman, we have deferred annuity. So, sa deferred annuity, the first payment is made several periods after the beginning of the annuity. So, sa deferred annuity ay merong delay ng payment. Ang formula naman natin dyan ay P is equal to A times the quantity N 1 plus I raised to N minus K minus 1 all over I times the quantity 1 plus I raised to N minus K. Kasi ito times natin siya sa 1 plus I raised to negative K. Para naman sa F, ang formula ay F is equal to A times the quantity 1 plus I raised to N minus K minus 1 all over I. So, kung mapapansin, meron tayo na dagdag na bagong variable, yung K, wherein yung K yung deferred periods, yung delay, tas yung N naman is yung total periods. Next, we have annuity due. So, sa annuity due, the payments are made at the beginning of each period. So, sa ordinary N, tas pwede naman sa annuity ay sa start or beginning. Ang formula naman natin dyan ay P is equal to A times the quantity 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 minus 1 all over I times the quantity 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 tapos plus A pa. Para naman sa future worth, equal naman siya sa A times the quantity 1 plus I raised to N plus 1 minus 1 all over I tapos minus A naman tayo dito. So lastly, for perpetuity, an annuity where the payments continue indefinitely. So, ang formula naman natin dyan ay P is equal to A over I. So, ganyan lang kaikli ang formula natin for perpetuity. So, sa topic na to ay magpo-focus tayo sa mga formula and sa pagsagot ng sample problems. Hindi na ako naglagay ng cash flow diagram dahil yung mga sample problems naman is kaya na nating maintindihan kahit walang diagram. So, ngayon is magpo-proceed na tayo sa pag-solve ng sample problems na sa gayon ay mas maunawaan nyo yung pagkakaiba ng different types of annuity. Sample problem number 1. What is the present worth of 8,000 pesos deposited at the end of every 3 months for 3 years if the interest rate is 12% compounded semi-annually? So, para mas malaman natin kung anong unang dapat gawin sa problem na to, isulat muna natin yung mga given. So, given. So, first, meron tayong A, regular payment na 8,000. So, A is equal to 8,000. Ayun yung annuity natin. Tapos, sabi dito, at the end of every 3 months for 3 years, if the interest rate is 12% compounded semi-annually. So, meron tayong R semi na 12% and convert na natin siya sa decimal na 0.12. Then, meron din sinabi dyan, for every 3 months naman, for 3 years. So, para siya sa quarterly. Equal natin na 3 years. Tapos, meron din tayong M-core na 4. So, para naman sa R-semi, meron tayong M-semi na 2. So, ayan, yung mga given natin. Ngayon naman, isulat naman natin kung ano yung pinapahanap, yung required. So, para sa required, pinapahanap sa atin is yung present worth. So, P equals. So, ngayon, mag-proceed na tayo sa solution. So, dahil nga dineposit at the end of every 3 months, so N, so ordinary annuity tayo, tapos every 3 months for 3 years, pero ang given natin is 12% compounded semi-annually, ang gagawin muna natin is kukunin muna natin yung equivalent niya sa quarterly. So, ang gagawin natin, ang formula na gagamitin natin is yung nasa loob ng parenthesis sa formula ng compound interest. So, 1 plus R semi muna tayo over M semi raised to M semi. So, kung napanood niyo yung compound interest na video, siya yung nasa sample problem number 5. Etong part na to, yung pag-convert sa ibang compounding period. Na example na ron. So, R core naman tayo over M core. Since dyan natin i-convert sa quarterly raised to M core. Then, ayan, substitute na natin yung mga values. 1 plus R semi is 0.12 over 2 raised to 2 is equal to 1 plus yung R4 natin ay yung hinahanap. Kasi kailangan mo natin mahanap yan bago natin makuha yung present worth. M core is 4 tapos raised to 4. So, ayan. So, dito, tatry na natin hindi muna mag-shift solve. So, dahil naka-raise to 4 yung variable natin, i-raise natin yung both sides sa 1 raised to 4 para ma-cancel yung nasa kanan. Kasi magiging 1 na lang yung exponent niyan. Yan. So, kapag sinimplify natin itong nasa loob, 1.06 siya. Tapos 2 times 1/4, magiging 1/2 na lang yung exponent niya. Tapos dito naman, matatanggal na yung exponent, magiging 1 na lang. 1 r over 4. So, lipat na muna natin yung 1. Then, multiply both sides by 4. So, cancel. So, ayan. R4 is equal to, pakita natin sa calculator. So, input natin yung mga ano ko. So, 1/4 times the quantity 1.06 raised to 1/2 minus 1. So, nakuha natin is 0.118252056. So, isulat natin siya ng buo. Hmm, 0.118252056. So, dahil may R4 na tayo, pwede natin gamitin yung formula for ordinary annuity. So, lagay ko na siya sa next page. So, ang formula natin ay, diba, P is equal to A times the quantity. So, ayan. Finding P siya given A. 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 all over I times 1 plus I raised to N. It's close na. So, since naka-R lang kanina, kukunin na rin yung I na lang. So, I is equal to R over M, diba? Ang R natin kanina ay 0.118252056. So, ang M naman natin dahil quarterly is 4. So, ang I natin ay, lagay natin sa calculator. 0.118252056 over 4. So, ang I natin ay 0.0295630,141. So, sulat natin siya. Equal to 0.0295630,141. And yung N naman natin, N equals NP. So, may given tayo na P kanina na 3 years. So, 4 times 3. Bale, N is equal to 12. Then, substitute na natin yung mga value. So, we have A. Ang A natin kanina is 8,000 times the quantity, ayan, 1 plus 0.0295. So, that ko na lang. 41. Ayan, baka di kasi magkasya. Raised to n, yung n natin is 12, minus 1, all over, ayun ulit, 0.0295, dot, 41, times ayun, 1 plus 0.0295, dot, 41 raised to 12. So, ilagay na natin siya sa calculator para masolve na natin. So, 8,000, 1 plus, ayan, kalimutan natin i-store pero yun, ulit na lang natin. I-type na lang. 0.295, 630,141, all over, ay wait lang, raised to 12, minus 1, 0.0295, 630,141, ang haba, no? So, ayan, 1 plus 0.0295, 30,141. Pero kung gagawin nito, i-store nyo na lang muna. Kesa yung ganito natin na type buo. So, ano natin, ang nakuha nating value ay 79,840.16 pesos. So, ayan na yung value ng present worth natin. So, sulat ko lang. So, T is equal to 79,840.16. So, ayan na yung final answer natin. Ayan. So, sa problem na to, ang in-apply natin is yung ordinary annuity dahil sabi, at the end of every 3 months. So, pag end, ordinary annuity siya. So, next naman, sample problem number 2. For a while. And so, okay na. A man deposits 10,000 pesos each year into his savings account that pays 8% interest compounded continuously. How much will be the worth of the account at the end of 5 years? So, sulat muna natin ulit yung given para malaman natin kung anong magiging unang solution natin dito. So, given, a man deposits each year. So, siya yung, natin yung A, yung regular payment, 10,000. That pays 8% interest compounded continuously. So, siya yung R, pero continuously. Tuloy-tuloy. So, yung M natin, kung ganun, infinite. Continuously kasi. Tapos yung N naman natin, at the end of 5 years. So, ang magiging ano naman natin dyan, N, is yung 5 years. Next, pag after naman sila itong given, Lagyan naman natin yung required. So, sabi, how much will be the worth of the account? So, ibig sabihin, ang pinapanap sa atin is yung F, yung future worth. Ayan. So, dahil may given and required naman tayo, lagyan natin yung solution. So, ang una nating gagawin dyan is, alamin muna natin ulit kung ano yung formula for compound interest. So, di ba F is equal to P times 1 plus I raised to N siya. Tapos, may sinabi dito, compounded continuously. So, pag continuous compounding, ang formula is F is equal to P times E raised to Rn. So, ang gagawin natin dyan is i-equate natin yung dalawa para makuha natin yung um, value ni I in terms of E and R. So, pag in-equate natin, since pareho lang naman ng parehong F yan, para silang F, so magiging P times 1 plus I raised to N is equal to P E R N raised to Rn. So, cancel yung P. Tapos yung N din, since pareho naman silang merong N na naka-raise. So, matitira dito is 1 plus I is equal to E raised to R. So, yung I natin is equal siya sa E raised to R minus 1. So, gagawin din natin yung formula na F is equal to A times the quantity 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 all over I. So, ang formula naman na to ay sa ordinary annuity pa rin dahil at the end, and ito naman ay finding F given A. So, ito ko lagay next. F is equal to A, which is 10,000. Yan. Yung 1 plus I natin is ER siya, di ba? E raised to R. So, pwede natin palitan yung 1 plus I dito ng E raised to R, N, tapos minus 1, all over, yung I naman natin is E raised to R minus 1. So, ayan. Equal to 10,000. The quantity E raised to 0.08. Yung N natin is 5 minus 1 all over E raised to 0.08 minus 1. So, solve natin sa calculator. Mukha natin Fi. So, ang F natin ay 10,000 multiply by, yung E natin is ito. So, alpha E raised to 0.08 times 5 minus 1 all over E raised to 0.08 minus 1. So, ang answer natin ay 59,051.75. So, ayun na magiging future worth. So, sulat ko lang. F is equal to 59,051.75. And that is our final answer. So, ayan. So, sa mga problem na 'to, hindi na natin kailangan pa mag-draw ng cash flow diagram since medyo madali lang naman yung given and madali lang siya ma-analyze.